Hello guys, it's Chummaster doing another weekly blaze. So this week, it's already like Thursday. I'm kind of recording this video a little bit late. But I was waiting for something to happen before I started this video. It took way longer than I thought, but last week I was talking about Bottle Man and saying how my package was taking forever, and so okay, it was supposed to be here, not here, but supposed to get to the warehouse on the 3rd, right? And it did not get there till the 7th, but the worst part is only one of the two things got there the 7th. And the other one did not get there till the 9th, so that took forever. And then it wasn't till, well, I guess it's like barely, like it's only like 2 a.m. But technically it did take till the 12th to say that the thing was like packed properly and ready to ship, so it's been a very long process. Very, very long process. It took way longer than it should have. I ordered my Bottleman stuff on the 28th. It has not shipped yet, technically, and it is now the 12th. It's been over 2 weeks I've been waiting for this thing. And, like, I expected some holiday delays. I know that the warehouse has to, like, pack the stuff. I didn't expect it to ship out before, like, the 8th or anything. Well, maybe. Maybe the 5th. I don't know. Yeah, I guess 3rd. If it actually got there the 3rd and shipped out like pretty quickly, then maybe the 5th or 6th, but still we're talking like another week delay. That was kind of unfortunate, but yeah. I will be getting Dragojina DX and the full set of Random Collection Volume 2. However, they probably aren't going to hit the mark I wanted them to. I don't think they will be out the 16th and 18th. I think those will be the 20th and 22nd. Fortunately, I have already recorded videos for the 16th and 18th, so I will have some stuff coming up regardless. But yeah, the Bottleman stuff, unfortunately, just is not going to get up when I was hoping it would get up. But hey, it's at least, everything's gotten to the warehouse. It's packed. Hopefully it ships out today. And I don't think it'll get here Saturday, but if it does, I may switch some stuff around. I don't think I will, but I might. We'll see. I think I'll probably just leave it for right now, just because, like, Saturday's the 14th. I could get it and, put out the first unboxing the 16th, but I feel like that's kind of rushing things. I want to make sure to get some good time with this stuff because, Dragojina DX is just so unique and crazy, while Random Collection, there's 5 things to test. I want to make sure to get some good testings in before I upload them. So those will probably not be out, those probably are not going to be out to the 20th and 22nd, unless by some miracle it gets here Friday, which I don't think is possible. Or if somehow everything goes way smoother than I expect, and it's like, okay, I get it the 14th, everything's good the 15th to test, but I have school and stuff to do on those days, so yeah, it's probably another problem there. So realistically, probably the 20th. Actually, why don't I maybe I could do the 18th and 20th instead. Maybe 18th and 20th instead of 16th or 20th and 22nd. That might be a smarter idea. I don't know why I've been holding off on that idea. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. So maybe I'll do it like that instead, get them a little bit sooner. We'll see what happens. Again, depends on when I get them. Hoping for Monday, the 18th. Or not 18th, the 16th. That'd be nice. But yeah. Speaking of Bottleman, I do actually have some other stuff to talk about today relating to Bottleman. So we apparently have Bot 46 and Bot 47 leaks. They're both remakes, which is interesting. At first I was like, but like... So I guess we're going to be getting a Battle Phoenix remake. So we had Fighting Phoenix already, right? And it looks like we're getting Battle Phoenix now, the evolution. And it looks like they're going to be using Kolomaru Energy DX as a base for that. So it'll probably just be a Kolomaru DX, or Kolomaru Energy DX recolor, similar to, the original Bottle Phoenix DX. I wonder what they're going to call it, though. Are they going to call it Bottle Phoenix Energy DX? Or will they give it a new name, because they've been using Bottle for the remakes, like Bottle Wyvern DX? No clue what they're going to name it yet, but still cool to see nonetheless. I was kind of hoping that they would do this, because I don't really care for Kolomaru Energy DX's color scheme. So I kind of wanted a nicer one, honestly, and hopefully this is that. I think the more surprising one is the Koenig Cerberus remake. Apparently Koenig Cerberus is getting a remake. That surprised me. The gimmick is a double shot gimmick, plus I think it's like called the revolving core. It has kind of these modes. You could switch around the core, you twist the stuff, and it like changes depending on where you want to line stuff up, because there's a drive strip, so you could line that up in different spots. My assumption is that they're just going to do a Carpeps DX core with Kolomaru and Kolomaru DX hold parts. Basically, you get the double shot and you get the drive strip, but you can't move it. But it's still there. I'm assuming that's probably what they're going to do. Just to have it there. Does suck that you can't have a revolving core unless if by some miracle it gets a unique one, which I doubt. But, I mean, you could do a revolving core, by the way. Like, it would be like a plus sign or something. So you could have, like, I don't know, vertical shot or horizontal shot or something like that. Maybe you could twist it. And then, like, maybe the hold parts could be different, right? You have, like, plastic ones and then, like, rubber ones. And you could shoot horizontally with rubber or, like, vertically with plastic, but you could move the core to make it vertical rubber and horizontal plastic. Just an idea. But again, that would be probably a new Puddleman to do that. I don't think that they would do this for a remake. Probably just Carpeps DX plus Kolomaru DX for the core. Probably. But hopefully the armor, gets some nice looking stickers and looks cool and all. Still cool to see a Konak Service remake though. Very nice. Hopefully we get a Stag Sphinx remake as well. It's the last one I think that we really need. Also, they did do like the prototype Bottleman things. I know that there was the original prototype before the main Bottleman stuff even released back in 2020, which was technically based on Fighting Phoenix. At least the eyes were. And then we did, and like I guess the color scheme wasn't that really like it wasn't that closely based on it. But then then there was those sets in 2021 when we were getting a ton of recolors. They did base the kind of color scheme and the kind of eyes on two other beat 'em on. One was Wild Wyvern, which we now have Bottle Wyvern DX. The other one was based on Stag Sphinx, which we are waiting for that. Now we're getting a Konak Cerberus thing, which we have never gotten in Bottleland before. So Sphinx, we're waiting for that. But hopefully they do that. We'll see. I have no clue, but hopefully. But still, it's very interesting to see. I'm very excited for those. I probably won't get them right when they come out. I will probably wait. Assuming they come out at different times. I'm assuming one's January, one's February, probably. If that's the case, though, or maybe even like February and March. If they're different months, though, I'll hold off on the first one and get them both when the second one comes out, because they are just kind of recolors. So I'm not as concerned about those. But I still will get them for sure, no doubt. Like, that's for sure happening, I'm buying both. But I just mean I might not get them right away. Like the first one, at least. But yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. Just very excited to see more Bottleman news, honestly. Always cool to see Bottleman stuff. And, yeah, honestly, that's nice. So yeah, anyway. I think that's really all I had for today. I did not really have a whole lot to talk about. I just wanted to mention my Bottleman stuff finally shipped. And, hey, there was some Bottleman news. Nothing too insane, but still very, very cool, nonetheless. So yeah, that's really all for today. This might be a shorter weekly Blaze, by the way. I don't have a whole lot this week, I don't think. But I will come back at least one more time, and we'll probably talk longer than this, but just talk about some other stuff. We'll see. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll get to the 30-minute mark. This might be another one where I don't get to 30 minutes, because I don't think I have enough to talk about, unless I somehow end up with more, but we'll see. Anyways, that's all for now, so I will come back later in the week. Alright, it's now Friday at like 5 a.m. So, interesting stuff today. Bottleman first, package, shipped. I think last night I mentioned it was about to ship, but it shipped. Hoping it's here Monday. I doubt it'll get here Saturday, so I'm not holding my breath for that, but if it does though, that'd be very nice, but assuming Monday, which is fine. Still gives me time to put the video up on the 18th, because I will have the entirety of the 16th to build, at least build and test Dragosian DX. I will probably build all of them, but then I could test on Monday Dragosian DX specifically, maybe into Tuesday, record the video, then I can start doing my random collection testings, and get that video up on the 20th. However, I did end up changing my video schedule, which I will get to in a moment to why, but anyway. Looks like I will also have more Bottleman videos to do next month, because we're actually getting more releases on February 4th, which is kind of ridiculous. That just came out of nowhere, I feel like, but okay, cool. So, February 4th, new releases. We are getting Bottle Phoenix Energy DX. That is a mouthful of a name, but yep, that's what they're calling it. It's just a Kolomaru Energy DX recolor. In the Phoenix form, it's based on Battle Phoenix, so yeah, rather than Fighting Phoenix. Then we have our other bottle man, Bottle Cerberus DX, which is what they should have called it. They did not. It's called Koenig Kerpeps DX. I do not know why they changed it to be like that, but they did. But still, it's a really cool Kerpeps DX recolor based on Koenig Cerberus. And that's nice, I'm a fan of that. Plus, easy way to get Kerpeps DX outside of the DX sets. I know I mentioned these two yesterday, but we didn't know their names yet, so there they are. But yeah, pretty cool. Also did not know the release date, so those will be coming out pretty soon. Probably within a month. Well, maybe. I don't actually know. Depends on when I get them, because if we get another situation like the newest releases, I might not be getting them until like March, basically, or close to it. It's another 3-week gap, like this was. We're looking at quite a while, but at least near 3-week gap by the time they get here, assuming they even get here Monday. But yeah. So actually, as I mentioned, the other thing I have to talk about, there's one more thing, which is my video is getting rescheduled a bit. So 18th to 20th will be Bottle Man, and then the 4 videos I've been talking about for a while, like the Beyblade collection, anime manga pickups, the Bakutech review for Flare Dragon, and then the Super King ranking video. Those will all be afterwards, and then the last video of the month will be a Bottle Man discussion, the first proper one. Anyway, so yeah. So this is funny because yeah, there is actually a video I'm pushing up very, very quickly to be on the 16th. And that is a Beyblade discussion on the 321 teaser. So why am I pushing this up all of a sudden, The teaser's been out for a couple months already. There's really no reason to push this up, right? Because I'm already so late on it, doing a discussion video. I wasn't even going to, honestly. But there's been some news. Now I am waiting to see official stuff. So I'm hoping that this is true. Well, kind of. As long as it's true, then I will be doing this discussion the 16th. If it turns out tomorrow was a hoax or something, because the Korokoro becomes more widely available, we get reports that, that didn't happen, which I really don't think is going to happen. I'm pretty sure this is real. It's from a very reliable source that's really never done anything wrong, so... Yeah, and what is this news? Okay, so there was a name of a bay and a silhouette of a bay. Valkyrie. They mentioned something happening with Valkyrie and a silhouette. Oh boy, this was not an expected thing to happen. I'm genuinely shocked because I'm like, wait, what, a Valkyrie silhouette? Valkyrie? What? How? Like, we already had, like, Ultimate Valkyrie, which is, like, the final Valkyrie, and then be like, wait, never mind. Here's a kind of, a little bit of a recolored version of it with an alternate driver and a brand new disc. This is, like, the final Valkyrie. Now telling me that there's another one. Like, what is this? So I'm confused. I don't know what that Valkyrie is going to be, or unless it's some sort of misconception, I don't know. So I'm going to run through a few different ideas here. I might kind of reiterate some of the stuff in my actual video, which I think these are coming out the same day, so that's kind of an L, but whatever. I just like to kind of make some rougher things here, just for the fun of it, but yeah. So, okay, let's talk about the first option, Gen 4. This actually does not seem likely. I think Gen 4 is next year. I've been saying that for a while now, that I thought Gen 4 was going to be 2024. I said this a long time ago, actually, and like everyone's like, no, it's not going to happen. I'm like, okay, sure. I'm not saying I'm like right about everything, but I do tend to be right about stuff, and then I get clowned for it, and then it's like, oh hey, I actually was right. Yeah, I don't know. That just happens sometimes, but for some reason, people like to doubt me for certain things, and then, like VS gear. I remember I got clowned for VS gear, or at least like the base idea of a new driver gear, and I'm like, what? Like how? It's gonna be like an upgraded V gear of sorts, and I was right. But anyway, aside from that though, I don't think it's a Gen 4, unless if they're for some reason calling the new protagonist Valkyrie, or they're just saying it's a new protagonist replacing Valkyrie, and that's the silhouette. Maybe that's it. But again, based on the wording, it did not sound like that. So I don't think it's Valkyrie. Or, well, like a replacement or something. Or I also don't imagine we're getting a literal Valkyrie as the Gen 4 mascot. That just doesn't sound right. Second option, Gen 3.5. Kind of almost like a 0G to Burst, kind of a really strange alternate thing to go into Burst. Maybe just like a one season thing before Gen 4. Hate to say it, but this is actually a kind of a likely theory. Maybe they'll show the characters when they're older or something, I don't know. But I would hate this. I really, because we already have a great final system. Even if it's like a weird alternate thing, I just don't want to see something like this happen. I feel like DB is such a perfect final system. So many bases we have are great endings to their lines. I don't want to see a weird final system that just kind of feels shoehorned in at the end just for the sake of it. I really don't want to see that. At all. So I'm really, really hoping that they don't do that. That would honestly suck. I do not want a Gen 3.5. Please do not do that. HMS was cool. 0G was not. But again, just considering where we've gotten with Burst, I do not want to see something like that for Burst. Then we, of course, have another idea, which is a crossover season. Perhaps it's a crossover, or even like a movie crossover season, whatever. Just a crossover of sorts. Maybe it's just some re-releases or something. Maybe we get a Burst set. Maybe it's like a Valkyrie set where you get every Valkyrie or something like that. And then, you can maybe have some other stuff like that, some more of the remake stuff. I don't know. Something like that. Just some re-releases of Burst plus some remakes. Maybe even new Burst remakes of Plastic Gen and Metal Fight stuff, or even just straight up re-releases of those seasons, which I doubt. But keep it in the back pocket as an idea. The next idea is just straight up I guess there's two ideas in one. One could just be some Burst re-releases plus old re-releases, just all re-releases, and the other one's Burst versions of them, and plus maybe some Burst re-releases in general. I guess that's two separate ideas, 3 and 4 right there. They're kind of one, kind of different though. So I guess you could peg one onto being an anniversary season, and the other one maybe a movie or something. Something like that. I don't know. Now we have the fifth idea, which is the one that I am personally hoping for. This is what I've been saying for a while. I kind of clowned myself for this a little bit a while ago. Because I said it wasn't going to happen, but I don't know, maybe. And that is Burst ending. Okay. So what I mean is that Burst can actually end properly here. Give us a DB Part 3/BU Part 2 or whatever. Just continue BU, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. Don't even need to give us a full line of A's. Just give us a fine, 6 or 7 or something. I guess one's a Valkyrie. It could be a full line though. I don't mind 10 more. That's perfectly fine by me. But just give us a nice final line of Burst phase. Looks like we're getting another Valkyrie? Sure. You know what? I want to go with another Valkyrie, go for it. I hope it's the last Valkyrie, but still. Whatever, maybe, give us those, last few Legend bays, just as long as we get those, come on, you gotta give it to us, Death Scyther, Wyvern, Zeus, Satan, forgetting one here. Why am I forgetting one? Diablos and Genesis. I don't know why Diablos slipped my mind. I really want Diablos. Know how that's the one I forgot. Usually it's Satan because no one cares. But still, if we're gonna find a line, it should be there. Just come on, give us those 6. Just give us those 6. The other 4, I do not care. As long as we get those 6, I'm fine. You could give us another Valkyrie. You can give us 2 more Valkyries and 2 more Spriggans. I do not care. As long as those 6 get made. Do whatever else you want. It could be 4 Valkyries. I, again, do not care. Just make sure those last 6 get made. So yeah, I think it might be a final end to DB. And then also, anniversary sets. I have a feeling we won't get to like HMS or a Zero G. I think they're gonna leave those two out. But we've done, season up to season 2 for both. It would be very weird in my opinion. I've been saying this. It seems strange to me to start with Metal Fight Explosion and V-Force, where, like, you specifically left out both Season 3s, 40 and G Revolution, which I think are both pretty well liked. I think a 40 remake set in July, kind of like summer, July, maybe August, I'll just say summer. Then towards the end of the year, I think that they will do a G Revolution set. They have been alternating, so basically you'd have 4 Plastic Gen remake sets, 3 Metal Fight ones. So you have the original Plastic Gen 1, Metal Fight 1, V-Force, Metal Fight Explosion, V2, 40, G Revolution. There you go. So that's how I would do it. I don't want to get my hopes up, so I'll just say maybe 5 bays in the 41. I'm going to say Big Bang Pegasus, Fang Leon, El Drago Destroy, Phantom Orion, and Diablo Nemesis. You could probably also say, like, I don't know, Flash Sagittario or something, but, like, I don't think they'll do that, honestly. I think that'd be more like a 6th, like, extra random booster thing, which I don't think they'll do. So my guess is just those 5. Give El Drago, like, Generate, you can give Pegasus Ultimate Reboot, Phantom Orion, Bearing Dash, Diablo Nemesis, maybe like Trick Dash, that'd be kind of cool, or just Trick, whatever. And then for Fang Leon, I don't really know, honestly. Like, I don't know if yielding really would work here. Wave-wide defense is a really weird tip. I don't know what would really work for that. I guess you could do like Never, but like that's kind of weird. Maybe Never. I don't know. That's like kind of not close, but it kind of feels like it would be a replacement for something like W2D. Maybe. I don't know. That one's weird. And if they did Flash Sagittario, it would be like probably high yielding. And then there's also like the 5 Planetary Bladers. These ones I'd just say to leave out. But if you were to do them, also I'm not talking about discs. Disc you could just do whatever. But like for the Planetary Bladers, I would probably say like Mercury Anubis, like I don't know, maybe Assault. That'd probably work fine. Then for Scythe Chronos. Okay, this would actually, I think, be a better one for Never. I think Never would work a lot better here. I'd probably just throw Yielding on Fang Leon, honestly. Even if it's not perfect, it's like, what else do you really do? Unless they do Never on that, because I don't think Chronos is going to get made anyway. So it probably doesn't matter that this one would be better with Never, but like, yeah, it's probably fine, honestly. Let's see, what's another one? Very Aries. Obviously Zeta Dash. That one's very easy. And then sorry about that. I realized my camera was like almost out of time. I remembered I was like, okay, I can only record for this long. Like I only have so long on this camera. I didn't think I was gonna go this far, but yeah, no. Had to clear off some space really quick. But anyway, talked about what Scythe Chronos, Mercury Anubis, and very Aries. Oh yeah, Jade Jupiter would be next. This one's a weird one. I actually want them to use Keep Dash. They could use Bite, or maybe even make like Bite Dash. Oh, yeah, also Assault. They could do Assault Dash. They already made that. I would say Bite Dash for Jade Jupiter, but you could probably do it with Keep Dash if you really want to. Keep Dash would be fine. And then the last one that'd be important enough would probably just be Death Cut Squaddle. That one, obviously, Zeal Dash. Please. Anyway. But yeah, honestly, I'd also be up for them, like, maybe actually releasing all of these bays here. But they can maybe do some, like, B00 releases and just, like, maybe only give us, like, again, like, 6 or 7 burst bays. Just give us less of them. And then maybe instead of giving us tons of, new burst stuff, they do give us some new burst stuff. And they also go back to give us more remakes, like, a lot more. And really make sure to give us, like, everything important from 40. And then, like, all 7 of the G Revolution bays. Maybe even more than 7, honestly. You know what? I would actually be fine if they wanted to release more stuff from maybe like one more V-Force Bay to start off, and then like maybe get into like some of the G Revolution stuff. Maybe give us like instead of 7 base, maybe like an 8, maybe 9. I'll talk about those in a second, but yeah. So for 40, that's it. I don't think we're going to get anything else for 40. I don't imagine like Beat Links is important enough. I don't think Duo Uranus is important enough. Christ Cygnus, no. None of like the hybrid bays either, like the hybrid system, hybrid wheel system. There we go. Or like Proto Nemesis. Fusion Hades is like debatable, but probably not. Oh yeah, there's also like Omega Dragonis, but who cares? Um, but yeah, it's interesting. Now for Plastic Gen, like I said, maybe before the 40 remakes come out, you could always do like a Burning Kerberos remake. That'd be kind of cool. I'd be all for that. And then also like for the G Revolution stuff, if they did like a G Revolution set, I guess it depends on how many they want to put in there. But like the main ones I would think of would be like obviously Dragoon G, Dronzer G, Drigger G, Drasil G, and then Gaia Dragoon G. All 5 of those for sure. But of course, you have to make Dragoon GT and Dronzer GT. That's like, you have to. If you just want to do the sets, then I'd say 7 in that set. You have to get those in there. But if they want to do solo releases, I don't think it'd be that bad if they did these separately. Or again, they throw them in the set. There's also 2 other bays that could definitely be made, which would be most notably Zeus. I think Zeus would be a great remake. And then maybe Gigars, if they wanted to. Maybe like a double pack, honestly. It'd be kind of cool if they did, like, aside from the anniversary sets, maybe have a couple boosters, maybe a couple sets. And they could be cheaper, too, because I don't think anniversary bays are really as crazy expensive. So these would be, like, cheaper boosters, maybe some sets that are less expensive. Because this is a lot of stuff. Like, obviously, if I went to, like, go in, like, a dream sort of idea here, like, everything gets made, you know. Let's just say we get, okay, a new Valkyrie, probably, like, an alternate burst Spriggan, I would assume. And I like those 6 base. So we'll just say like 8 burst base. Like 8 brand new burst base, right? And let's just say they go through February. Like just for the sake of it, they go through February. New season, like new generation rather, starts in July 2024. Burst just goes, they just go through February, okay? We'll just play around with that idea. So you have 8 burst base to release. Like original burst base. Then you'd have 9 Plastic Gen remakes, so it's 17 bays already. Then you'd have the 11 40 bays. 28 bays in a year. That's a lot, but not impossible. There were 25 dual layers released, so you gotta keep that in mind. And then also, like, aside from those dual layers getting released, they, I mean, like, I guess there's 23 if in a way, because Exceed Evil and Madman and Boros were, those were technically released later, but the layers were still released during this time. Then they also gave the stock combo of Chaos during that time too. But keep in mind, they also had the 4 remakes during that time. So if you factor in, let's just remove Exceed Evil and Madman and Boros just for the sake of, argument. So 23 dual layers plus Chaos being, the last basic layer, that's 24. So they did technically release with the remakes 28 bays. So, and that's the exact same as what I'm proposing here. If they did 8 burst bays, the remakes, that's 20 more remakes. That gets us up to 28. It's doable. There would be a lot more releases, and I think that have to be like, okay, I can't talk, hold on. Sorry, I just saw this news a little bit ago, and I'm still like kind of freaked out from it. I'm like, wait, what bursts might actually keep going? So, like, kind of like a timeline here of what you could do. Obviously, I'd expect them to do big sets. Like, I would expect, like, an April start, right? April start, new Valkyrie. That's it, just a new Valkyrie. And then May, I would probably expect, a burst bay. Maybe a new random booster, right? But then I would say June could be like Burning Kerberos. You just throw that out. Or maybe May's Burning Kerberos. June you could do like a random booster. Either or, really. Then July you get like a big starter, probably Death Scyther here. The random booster, probably, I don't know, just throw in like Satan, honestly. Just get that out of the way. Okay, then you could do just the one starter in July, but then you do the set. That's where you get, Big Bang Pegasus, Fang Leone, Phantom Orion, uh, El Drago Destroy, and you could also do like, I don't know what's a good one here. Diablo Nemesis. There we go. I couldn't think of the name. Okay, so that's that, right? So there you go. Then August, you could do a triple booster set. Or yeah, triple booster set. You could do two sets. You could do a customized set and a triple booster set. Maybe one like early in the month, one late in the month. Early in the month, you could do like like a custom set for Diablo. So then maybe later in the month, you could do like a like a triple booster set. Maybe for some like of the less talked about ones, I would say you could do like, because I think Very Aries was a little bit more prominent because it was LR that was kind of crazy at the time. And then of the other ones, I think Mercury Anubis is just a little bit weird and different because it was hybrid wheel, not 4D. So it's a little bit kind of more unique, I guess. So I'd leave that one out too. So for October, you could do like, why did I just say October? Sorry, I'm like very off. I'm kind of tired, honestly, too. It's late. Like it's 5 a.m. That's not like that late for me, but I did not sleep well, so I'm tired. This news is insane. My brain is like fried. I'll make this video properly in a few days, and I'll like collect my thoughts. This is just like kind of a for fun thing where I'm just like, let's just talk about this because I'm like shocked. Anyway, so you made like a triple booster set of sorts in August. There we go. Correct names here, with like J Jupiter, Scythe Chronos, and not Very Aries. J Jupiter, Scythe Chronos, and Death Cut Squaddle. And that could only be like, maybe like 3,000 yen or like 3,200. Not expensive, but still. And you don't have to do exactly like this either. You could just do like whatever with it, really. And then September, I would shift back to like a normal burst release, just a chill month. This month, I would probably do another random booster, probably the final random booster, just get it out of the way, honestly. And for this, I'd probably want to just do Zeus. Then for October, this would be an interesting month. So for October, I would do probably a WBBA booster release, and then also like the set. The set would be Genesis. That'd be like the main focus of the set. And I'd say maybe like Spriggan. Just throw Spriggan in the set. Just make this a really stupid set just to sell stuff, honestly. Just why not? Just go crazy with it. Just do like two of the most crazy bays, like Spriggan for hype, Genesis just because it's crazy. Just it doesn't make any sense in terms of like competency, but it doesn't need to. Just make it a crazy ass set for no reason. It doesn't have to be Spriggan either. Honestly, like Apocalypse would work fine here instead, but I'm just trying to do like realistically, if there was a new Valkyrie, we'd get a new Spriggan probably, unfortunately. But probably would happen. So yeah, we'll do that there. Also like a WBBA booster with, I would probably say Mercury Anubis. And actually, you probably do like two of them. Do like Mercury Anubis and like Very Aries. Actually, no. You could just do Mercury Anubis here. November, we have a booster, probably Wyvern. Wyvern is a booster. That would work. And then you could also have a WBPA booster here. This would be Very Aries. And then December, who did I just... Oh yeah. Wait, did I already go through all the burst bays unintentionally? Is Wyvern? No, you can't. Okay, never mind. I can't have Wyvern being the final bay. That's lame as hell. Sorry, that's just not happening. Let's see here. Okay, so I already did Valkyrie, Satan, Death Scyther, Diablos, Zeus. Yeah, okay. We'll do Wyvern as a booster in October with Mercury Anubis. November we'll have the set, and then Very Aries, and then, okay, yeah. I think it's Spriggan Genesis set, or even just like a Genesis Apocalypse set, whatever they do. That's a fine final set. I think Genesis is just stupid enough to work with a final release. But yeah, and you do Very Aries there. Burst is now done. They're like, okay, that's it for Burst. Then we just do some remake stuff. You can maybe spread out the burst stuff a little bit more if you really want to, but like you don't have to. Personally, I think it's just fine to do that. And then you just do like the anniversary stuff after that. So like, okay, early December do a Flash Sagittario booster. Late December do a G Revolution set. So 40's done. G Revolution set. You could honestly just do like probably just the main 5 in their original G forms that I already mentioned. And then maybe like January do like a double pack with Gigars and Zeus, and then the final release for Burst is a remake double pack with Dragoon GT and Dronzer GT. There you go. I think that's kind of an iconic finale, if I'm being honest. Like it's kind of weird, but it's like kind of an anniversary season. Just kind of giving us the final Burst base that we were missing. So I don't think you have to really end off on that. I think that BU really did a good job finishing off the line with like Barricade Lucifer and like the set. But just give some final releases. Those end off, and then we end off with the 2 GT bays, which are really cool. So I'd be okay with those ending off Burst, personally. So yeah. And that's how you do a 28 bay release window within a year. That was definitely kind of a janky release pattern. I might try to streamline this a little bit. Also, I don't expect it to actually be like this. Like, realistically, it's probably just going to be 8 to 10 bays of Burst and then, like, 2 individual remake sets. That's probably what would happen. But yeah, I just want to have a little bit of fun here. I'll probably try to streamline this stuff within the next day or two so I can record the video to go up on the 16th. And also just make sure to get confirmation on the Valkyrie thing. But yeah, will we get a final Burst season, which will probably have a lot of remake stuff? I think it's looking a little bit more likely now, so I guess we will have to wait and see what happens with that. But yeah, that's that for now. I will talk a little bit more tomorrow, at least end off the video at the very least. But yeah, that's all for today. Did not expect to hear that news. It was wild. So yeah, that's all for now. So I will come back tomorrow. Alright, so it is now Saturday at around 4 a.m. So there has been an update to yesterday's news. Yeah, it wasn't entirely accurate. So, the Korokoro did mention Valkyrie and Show Valkyrie, but it was not a silhouette. It didn't say a new Valkyrie. But it is still interesting at the very least. So the Valkyrie show was not a silhouette. It was Valkyrie Wing XL. It was the first Valkyrie. I don't know why the person described it as a silhouette of a potential new Valkyrie. That's not even close to what it was. I mean, it's obviously Valkyrie Wing XL. Like, it's very, very obvious. But whatever, I guess. That's that. That's what it is. That's all I have to say about that. However, the text was a little bit more interesting because it basically says, it kind of mentions Valkyrie being like the first Burst band, like the start of it all. And it says something's going to happen. So it does mention something happening, but it doesn't say it's going to be with Valkyrie. It just shows Valkyrie. So basically, like, I don't know what this will be. It is definitely very Burst-oriented, I will say. Why show Valkyrie is saying it's like the first one. And, mentioning specifically Valkyrie. It's the first Valkyrie. It started it all. Something's going to happen. Are they trying to mention something, happening after it? Maybe, okay, Valkyrie started it, so now we're going to have something new to start. But I feel like in that case, why would you not include maybe more references to, like, Dragoon or Pegasus, for, like, other ones? I mean, it's a little bit too obvious, though, I don't know. But because I specifically use Valkyrie, I'm kind of thinking maybe it could still be what I was talking about yesterday. This might not be completely irrelevant yet. Because I was almost considering, like, do I even upload this video when I talked about yesterday? But I can. It's not out of the question. It's definitely a lot less likely than I thought initially, but it's still very possible, I would say. We'll see. Very, very curious what they end up doing, though, but yeah, yesterday I think still applies. I probably am going to hold off on the Beyblade discussion, though. So, 16th is going to be the anime manga pickups video. That's going to be the 16th. I'm not doing a 3-2-1 discussion. I might still do a discussion like that later in the month. I'm not sure. Depends on what we have. Because I do not have a proper Beyblade discussion thought of for late January. And I have some ideas, but I don't know if I'll have them fully ready to when I want to actually record them. I don't know. But hey, a 3-2-1 discussion video might not be a bad idea regardless. I might just have to be a little bit more generalized in what I talk about, and I won't be able to just talk about that idea. But we'll see. So yeah. Is it Gen 4? I would say it's definitely leaning more towards Gen 4 at this point. Not as much as it was, but still leaning. But I do think kind of that anniversary season idea is probably second at this point. We'll see. Very much could be like anything at this point. But yeah, just the wording of that makes me think it's either probably Gen 4 or an anniversary season. Because again, shows Valkyrie. I kind of think maybe, like the road to 2024 or road to the 25th anniversary, which is obviously 2024. That might be where we get Gen 4. It would make sense. So we'll see. I guess we'll wait till next month, because that's probably when we're going to get our next news drop, if anything. Or we'll have to wait till March. We'll see. But regardless, we are getting closer to the point of March now. Like, from when we first saw the 3-2-1 teaser, I think we're almost, like, maybe a few days off of the point of being exactly in the middle of 3-2-1, like, teaser being shown for the first time to now, to the actual reveal of it. So we're getting there. Can't wait to get to that point, because by that point I will be almost done with school for the not year really, I guess. Kind of year, I guess, depends on how you want to qualify, but I'll be right by summer break, so that'll be nice. But anyway. Also, slight update on Bottleman stuff. I do not know if it's going to get here Saturday or Monday. Unfortunately, it always happens to me. Every single time. Not every time, but it's like an 80% chance. It's just like a magnet. Like, I don't know why. All of my packages are just like Sunday's just a magnet for my packages, man. Every time, like, again, not every time, but like most of the time when I order something, and it's like, it just gets to that point where it's like, oh, is it going to come on Saturday? It's very close. I think I last checked it shipped out of Tennessee, which is not far off, and that was like an hour ago. If they get sorted fast enough, maybe it comes today. Sometimes we're pretty quick with that, but again, I don't know. Unfortunately, it just things don't always like to work, and because of that, it's like right there, but it's still kind of contentious. So I'm assuming it probably won't get here tomorrow. And because of that, it would have definitely gotten here Sunday. But again, Sunday is Sunday. They don't deliver on Sundays because fuck you, I guess. I don't like it. I mean, like, I don't want to like overwork people. Like, yeah, people should have days off. But like, can we get like drones or something? Like, so it'd be a little easier to manage. Then we don't have to worry about overworking people. We could just make sure packages get here on Sundays and not have to worry about it anymore. That'd be nice. Anyway. But it looks like Monday probably at the latest, hopefully, unless something goes terribly wrong, which I'm hoping it doesn't. But assuming that doesn't happen, should probably be Monday. And yeah, we'll at least have the stuff going that day. So yeah, but that's pretty much everything for this weekly Blaze, which is a weird one. This was something, I don't know what to title. I'll probably just title it like nonsense or something, because like most of the stuff in this video was like basing it on something that wasn't entirely true. But it kind of still applies anyway, so I'm not like that upset about it. Like, it could still happen. It was a fun discussion at least. It's just like a hypothetical thing. But anyway. So since I don't know if the thing is coming tomorrow or not, I don't have anything else for this weekly Blaze. So I will probably end it here, but again, there's like the possibility that the thing comes tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do is, for a moment here, I'm just gonna stop talking. I think I have the right thing, so yeah. So I'm just going to pause for a second here so I can cut the video a little bit easier, because sometimes I talk too fast and don't give enough breaks, and then when I try to cut the video, it's like awkward. So what I'll do, I will shut up for a moment in a minute here, and then that'll give me time to cut the video if I need to cut off the last part. But yeah, hoping the Bottleman stuff comes, well, technically today. That'd be very cool. If not, though, next week, so yeah. Okay, I think I gave a long enough pause. So if you're watching this part of the video, that means that the Bottleman stuff did not get here on Saturday. Fuck. I was really hoping it would. So hopefully I get to cut this part out. If not, that's unfortunate, but that's all for this weekly Blaze regardless. So yeah, anyway. Thanks for watching, and so bye.